Welcome to the Last Day on Earth Motel Challenge. Now the rules of this challenge are bring nothing, no clothes, no weapons, no heals. You can only use what you find at the location, kill everything, and try not to die. Alright, so I'm RoxiRocketPinup. I am a partner with Last Day on Earth and a horror variety Twitch streamer. Now this challenge was prompted to me by my community as a way to show off something that is beneficial both for seasoned players as well for people that are brand new to this game. Now I'm level 209, wouldn't call myself a seasoned player, but I'm pretty mid-level, so I'm not going to use any perks. I'm going to take off my self-heal and only use something that a basic level player has. Now the motel, it is a pretty easy zone, but it has some pretty good loot and it is very beneficial as a place to practice some skills like zombie bashing, as well as the wall skill, which is not a hack. It is an LDOE approved way to kill zombies while saving heals and saving your clothes. So first up, we are gonna kill all the zomzoms that are around the location. We are gonna use the sneak attack just to get that little extra bonus punch points and do a little extra damage. Now for this zombie, we are cutting it a little close health-wise, but thankfully we've grabbed a couple berries and we're gonna use those to heal ourselves. It is the only heal we have right now until we can start looting and finding things such as food and fabric scraps, which we can then use to make bandages, my favorite method of healing in this game. And we're only taking care of the outside first. So we are gonna loot everything that's out there so we can craft a backpack to carry more stuff, as well as grabbing things like fabric scraps and anything that we can use to craft weapons in the future. The loot is not gonna be the same every time, but in general, you are gonna get some items that are useful at the location, as well as for either crafting, for upgrading, or for adding to the gas station for your bike. All right, so now we're just gonna auto this zone. So let's just speed this up, get right through the boring part. So we're gonna be using this outside bin as storage throughout the game. Now first up, we are going to create a weapon to use inside. Now the most basic weapon in the game is the spear. Join the pointy stick gang. We're gonna be using this spear to wall skill. The great thing about the motel is that it is filled with your very basic zombies. You got your roaming zombie, you got a fast zombie, they do low level damage, and they're pretty easily killable, which is great right now because we don't really have any clothes and we definitely don't have any heals. This outside door is perfect for practicing your wall skill on. Now it does take me a while, even though I have been doing the wall skill for some time. It takes me a couple tries sometimes to set them up in the right way. It also depends on what weapon you're using, the location, all the doors are different. But if you're someone who wants to use the wall skill to really advance in Bunker Alpha or the farm, the motel, and this door in particular, the front door, is a great place to practice it. So let's get rid of these zombies in the front. Now that they're gone, we can do a little bit of looting. And hey, we got a shirt and a bandage. Awesome sauce. We are gonna be equipping everything as we go. Anything that is gonna be beneficial to us, we will equip. Anything that's not, we can throw in that bin outside whenever we have time. So next up, we gotta grab this big old gas canister outside. Definitely speeding this up. This is a slow walk-in. And blow it up. When you blow this up, it is going to release some zombies that were trapped behind all that rubbish. And we can use the wall skill over here to get rid of them. Now, yeah, I didn't set this up great, but I still got the job done. Maybe using more heals, I bet you can do better than me next time. Now let's go clear room by room. Now, one of the reasons I really like this front door for wall skilling is that if you do not set your zombie up, like I didn't, in a way that's going to help you, you can run around and reset. You can go to the other side of the door if that's gonna be easier for you to practice your skill, especially on the big zombs like floater bloaters who have a slower punch time. Now next up we have our boss babe, the Weeper. But before we go do that, let's clear one more room just in case we can get a little bit more loot. Alright, now it's her turn. Now the Weeper does a big radius of damage. If you get hit in that circle, you are deafened. You will not be able to hit, which gives her open opportunity to bash you. So we are going to use the wall skill here on her. Now the great thing about the wall skill with zombies that have this radius of damage is that their damage does not go through the wall. So we can set her up, we can wait until she does her bounce, and then while she is recovering, that's when we hit. Yes, it's totally gonna take some time. It is not the fastest method. But when we're walking around here basically Winnie the Poohing it with a fancy stick as a weapon, this might be the best way. Alright, awesome! She is down. So now let's go into our final room. You'll notice up there that the zombies are blockaded. They are behind some boarded up walls. Some of these walls will crumble just by you getting close to them, but some of them you are gonna need your hatchets to tear down. It's one of the reasons why I do suggest going through the zone, collecting everything on the outside, because you are going to need to make hatchets. You are going to have to pick up the rocks, pick up the sticks, and use those hatchets to tear down all those walls inside so you can access all the trapped zombs and get all the loot out of these rooms. Alright, so now let's just go room by room, killing zombies, breaking boards, and looting every piece of furniture that we can. Alright, here we have our final big room. So let's heal up. And of course, we get a couple zombs and a bloaty bloat. So let's use this room over here to wall skill. It's a little bit closer, but still gets the job done. Grab everything that was in that last secret room. And then, of course, we can't forget our final little zombie guy. We can't leave him all alone in the hotel. That would just be cruel. So now that we've gotten all the rooms cleaned, we've collected all the loot inside, we can put everything in that nice little dumpster and just do a bit of basic clearing just for resources. Alright, so there are no more resources to collect. We are golden. So I am gonna go grab my tack pack at this time so that I can show off all the loot at once. Now, as I said earlier, the loot is not gonna be the same every single time, but you are gonna be getting some things that are really beneficial to new players and to old players. One thing that you get is a grenade. So if you are trying to take on PD waves or kill as many zombies as possible with grenade runs in Bunker Alpha, you want to start storing up these grenades. They do a great ton of damage without having to be right up on the zom. Clear everything, run through, make sure you grab as many things as possible. I am going to be leaving a couple things behind. Things like cigarettes and wires and cans aren't things that I really need. I have a ton of at home. I personally don't need them right now. You might. It all depends on where you are at in the game. We're all on different journeys in the Wasteland. So now I'm just gonna go through, make sure I've grabbed absolutely everything, which it looks like I have, and we can go. So we did it! We completed the Last Day on Earth Motel Challenge. In total, it probably took me about 30 minutes. It might take you shorter or longer, just depending where you are in your Wasteland journey. Best thing about it is we got all that loot while only having to spend time and a little bit of energy to get there. So like, comment, and boop that subscribe button for more Last Day on Earth content and all the horror. For more Last Day on Earth, catch me live on Twitch Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and I'll see you in the apocalypse.